Chapter 3, Anarchy. The theme of the book of Judges, regularly repeated, declares, "In those days there was no king in Israel, but every man did that which was right in his own eyes." Judges 17:6, 18:1, 19:1, 21:25. It is a reasonable mistake, which many make, to read king in terms of a man on the throne. The king referred to was God, whose throne was in the Holy of Holies. When Israel turned to a man for a king, God told Samuel it was a rejection of the divine kingship. "They have rejected me, that I should not reign over them." 1 Samuel 8:7. The kingship of God meant that the commonwealth of Israel was governed by God's law, recognized his sovereign lordship and power, and subjected itself to God's purposes. In the days referred to by Judges, moral anarchy prevailed. Men took the law into their own hands, lawless men ruled, and the land fell into captivity to tyrants. In our day also, God the King is not recognized as Lord over our land, and most men do that which is right in their own eyes. A student rebel remarked recently, justifying his lawless course, that he could obey no law that he had not given his approval to, that the only laws he could obey were laws he recognized as valid. This kind of thinking is extremely common today. The logic of it means the end of all law and order, the end of civilization. The law of this student, that every man is his own law, is widely held today. It means, practically, that a murderer is not guilty of murder if he denies the validity of that law. "Thou shalt not kill." It means, too, that adultery is no crime if we hold it to be a virtue. It means also that stealing is a virtue if we say it is, if we deny the law, "Thou shalt not steal," and so on. This philosophy, whether it is called anarchism, existentialism, egoism, or anything else, is rooted in the same sin, the rejection of God as king, and the belief that every man is free to do that which is right in his own eyes. The result of this faith, this belief that man is his own law, and his only law, is also described by Judges: captivity. Over and over again, as Israel succumbed to the existentialism of its day, the result was captivity, spiritual bondage to a false religion, moral captivity to sin, and national captivity to a foreign power. One of the most moving episodes in the life of King David occurred after the nation rebelled under Absalom. As the defeated and repentant nation debated its course, the cry went up, "Why speak ye not a word of bringing the king back?" 2 Samuel 19:10. This is the necessary word today. Bring back God, the King, restoring this people to righteousness, and bringing back men and nations under God's law. Or will someone someday write our finish, saying, "In those days, God was not king over America, and every man did that which was right in his own eyes."